I only made 3,000 rand from just that video. Only. You know why? It was a training story, and every other channel was talking about it, ne? And then comes a Nicolette Mashile who does finance content, ne? She only needs to do a video and maybe 20,000 views or 10,000 views, ne? To make about 10,000 rands from just that video. Or comes a NOTA that's gonna review a latest iPhone. They only need about 10,000 views, 8,000 views. I mean, if you're in 100,000, it's on 3,000 rands.
One, two. It's a mic check. We got a guest on the Hustlers Corner. It's another Monday. It's another fun day. Mondays are under new management. How do you like
You
the new management?
You did say it's
I
under
posted
new
about
management.
it, but now it's happening.
Uli mang nota to tell us Mondays are under new management.
I'm the man of Monday.
I just breathe in and out. Every time you speak, I just...
It's my day.
Hey, okay.
Yeah.
Lead us.
Mondays I don't work. I just watch content all day. You know, so I thought, let me also make content, contribute to the content that people are watching, and then we brought you as well. SIMZ, right? When you're wrong.
Under new management. I am SIMZ and it's at the right SIMZ on Instagram. So please follow your sister.
And let's get 15,000 more subscribers right now.
So we can get to 100K
on your YouTube.
Yes.
Okay.
That's
Buddha.
Congratulations on your success on your YouTube platform. Guys, we won't even tell you how many subscribers she has. Go check out her YouTube platform. What is it?
It's SIMZ Rights.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
On YouTube.
So we went the whole of Tembisa Stadium to go and subscribe. So that's 15,000 people today.
Especially being a girl from the East Rand, it's correct.
Where in the East Rand?
Fosloras.
Yes. Next to Foslo Stadium.
Yes.
We used to do events at Foslo Stadium. Did you ever come to them?
Umshubelo. Leondale Tennis Court, you, Libo Cuesta.
Okay.
Guys, I raised you.
Okay.
Who raised us?
Okay.
Yeah.
You were reminding me about things from back in the day.
Yes.
I didn't know you used to listen to my radio show.
Hard. And you were like, you taught me tennis. You taught me Rafael Nadal with tennis on grass, tennis on land.
Federer. He's South African.
Yeah, I grew up playing tennis. So thank you for you to say that Shutungbiza my engine number.
You understand?
Yeah, I used to speak a lot about it.
Yeah.
So, and who else do you learn from tennis?
Sbu.
It's Sbu. Yeah. Not Serena.
No.
You know?
I didn't have any interest in tennis. So when
Martina
he was on
Hingis.
radio and he'd talk about it, he made it seem like it's so luxurious. Like, I want to play that thing.
That's, okay. I'm also a tennis lover, I won't lie.
Is it?
Yeah. Like from Martina Navratilova days. I think my favorite match was Wimbledon. Pat Rafter was my favorite tennis player at the time because he was also a single-handed player. And he lost in the 2001 Wimbledon final to a wild card, Goran Ivanisevic. Remember that? And
left-hander.
Yeah, you understand? So Goran Ivanisevic didn't even change the balls in the final 3 games of the final set. He kept the same balls the whole entire time because he felt that those balls were lucky. And that was Pat Rafter's last Wimbledon and his final chance to actually win a Grand Slam. And he never won it. But the first Australian to win a Grand Slam, Leighton Hewitt, then followed him up. You know, there were a whole lot of other tennis players that came into the space, you know. So I think we should actually do a tennis match. Now that you live in Soweto, there's the Arthur Ashe tennis courts.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Yes. We should actually do a tennis match, Sbuda.
I totally agree. And before we start our episode today, by the way, guys, has got, I don't want to call it a social media marketing or digital marketing beginners masterclass, but I think there's a lot of information I'd like for us to share on how we've been able to grow our platforms online. I know, Mina, obviously I moved into this internet thing already as a DJ Sbu out there. I think you guys, both of you, are the most perfect people to speak about how you've grown yourselves online, especially on the YouTube platform. But before we start, Nota just said something off air And I don't want Nota to think I'm putting him on the spot. I don't know if he was lying, then I'm about to expose him.
Yeah.
Nota just said something beautiful, or just said something about my beautiful sister, Sis Muneo.
Yeah.
I actually have a song with Sis Muneo. I ended up not shooting a music video, a track called Ngeke.
Yeah.
Go Google a track called DJ Smooth featuring Muneo and Ngeke. A beautiful song that
on
we
YouTube.
didn't even market and shoot a video or whatever, but I've always had love for Sis Muneo. What did you say about Sis
Yeah,
Muneo?
I discovered her.
Come on.
I found her in Melville. She was recording in the studios. There was a guy called Vizo from Botswana. He was recording. There were guys they're now called Uprooted Films. They're the guys that shot the Lemonade video.
Oh, shout out to Tebza.
Debza is the producer, and he also went to AFTA with Nate Thomas, and they were recording there, and I heard this girl singing, and she was singing on these songs with these up-and-coming guys who had a studio next to the Bada Bing offices, and I said, you know what, I've got a song that I'm busy producing for Sugar Smacks' album, The Sugar Factory, and I'd like you to do the chorus for it. It's called Take It Easy. And then we made that a single, number one, because it was a brilliant song, Take It Easy. And then we shot the music video. And one of the things that I insisted upon when Yanga was editing the video, because he was the director of that Take It Easy video, which was also shot by another AFTA alumnus, Bugsy, or Brendan Barnes of Crash Car Burn or Tweak fame. Previously, he's now shooting movies and stuff like that. And the first scene says, introducing Monewa, you know, and it became a hit single, charted on 5FM, charted on Metro FM, it played on many, many Sundays. And from that, you know, I think she got a record deal with, I think it was Rock Nate Records, and that was the record company that released her first album. So yeah, that was just, you know, my A&Ring work, you know, seeing talent and saying, oh, damn it, this girl could actually be a superstar. And fortunately, for her, she was, you know, determined. Yeah, and she also persevered, and she ended up recording her own album and making classic hits like I Love More Than You, which, you know, still plays every Sunday on Metro FM to this day.
Without fail.
Yeah.
Let's get things started. I like the fact that you're from the West Rand, so you're from the East Rand, from a force long, from a Tembisa. But obviously, I mean, I was already a DJ Smooth before social media sort of blew up. I think you're the most perfect people to sort of help as many people as possible out there with this YouTube hustle, with this social media hustle. Let's start with you, Sims. What made you to start a YouTube channel, and how I know how difficult it is. Me now already as a DJ Smooth, as we speak, my personal page is not even on 100,000 subscribers.
Oh.
My DJ Smooth personal page is not even. It just shows how difficult it is to grow a YouTube and to even grow a social media platform. Let's start with you. What made you get into social media, and eventually other people get into Boma, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook? A lot of us start on Facebook and then Twitter, blah, blah, blah. But at some point, people start finding out about YouTube and the fact that it pays. But the journey makes a lot of people give up because it's so difficult in the beginning. Maybe share with us your journey of your SIMZ platform.
Okay, so what made me get into YouTube? It was back in 2017. And you know, when we used to watch YouTube, like in the years before, we used to watch like music videos or how to watch cats falling or children, like funny videos.
Charlie bit my finger.
Something like that. And then one day I came across a video, and the guy on the video said, "Hey, my name is Sibu Mpanza and welcome to my YouTube channel."
Yes, he was one of the first South African YouTubers.
And I was like,
shout outs to you for pioneering.
So I was like, a South African says, welcome to my YouTube channel. And then from there on, I had to find a niche. Now, a niche is a space where you, like in an Nancy podcast, I do entertainment news. And I knew that I was good at telling stories. Like every time like something happens, like people like the way I tell a story. Like when in class, I was that girl with the pen, like, I'm Tata Umfana. So people are like, you can like put that on YouTube, like tell stories how you tell our stories. So then I searched and I started researching, and my research brought me that to Sekhoa, don't do this on Sibu's podcast.
No, it's okay.
So then again, my research brought me to there was a gap. Like as much as there was entertainment news on the South African space, go YouTube, but people weren't putting their faces on camera At the time, it was just Owamie. There's this lady called Owamie Entertainment.
Shout out to Owamie.
She was literally the only girl on camera telling the news and reporting stories. Yeah, so I was like,
Owamie Entertainment.
oh yes. So I was like, I want to do this, and then again, I started with my phone, and
What phone?
it
No,
was,
just to tell us how basic
I think
your
it
phone
was
was.
a
Not Mobicel.
Huawei P8. I think I started with my P8, and then again, I used to work a UJ at the time. So break time, I'd record stories and release them. So then Double HP passed on sadly, and then there was like a story that blew up on my YouTube channel because I was used to recording videos and then it's 10 views, it's 5 views. You have 1 subscriber, 2 subscribers. So one day I knew Guti, it was a thing for me. Guti, 20 views is like a lot for me. So one day I recorded the passing of Double HP, fell asleep. When I woke up, it was my first video on 4,000 views. I was like, okay, this is my market. I'm going to do entertainment news and stories.
Wow.
That's what we call a niche.
Yes.
Yeah, your specialization.
So yeah, you're in niche, the space where.
So where did you know Double HP from? And what gave you a context that people gravitated towards in your telling of his life story and his passing?
Obviously, like, Double HP in the Mutswako, like, space, hip hop, like, he captured that space. Like, abo Caspers, but I knew Casper Universe via Double HP. Like, hip hop and to make that sound, abo Kulichana, abo Mr. Selvin, like, to me, Double HP, like, to me at the time was like, Ife Mutswako. So his passing really touched me because I feel like I grew up in Mamela, So like when he passed on, it really like touched us, and especially because there was also like mental health involved. And people were starting to now come up with their mental health challenges and being more open with regards to mental health. So so it touched me, and then that's how I got to tell the story.
My next question would be, you spoke of a niche, that's 1 box ticked. You also spoke about 1,000 subscribers and monetizing a YouTube channel. Can you expand more a little bit on that?
Okay, so to make money on YouTube, so you need to have 1,000 subscribers minimum and 4,000 hours of watch time. So people need to consume your content for 4,000 hours, sorry. So then that's how you start getting ads put on your videos, and then YouTube will take a percentage and they'll give you a percentage. So that is the most difficult part of YouTube, getting those 1,000 subscribers and then the watch time. Because a lot of people become inconsistent. Yes, you might get 1,000 subscribers, but it's building that watch time, the amount of hours people need to consume your content for. So that you can start making imali go YouTube.
And how long was your average video?
So YouTube, your videos need to be longer than 8 minutes for you to put more than 1 ad on your videos. But I didn't know this at the beginning. So my videos would just be like getting straight to the story, be a minute or 2 minutes or 3 minutes. So it took me longer to build my watch time until I heard from a masterclass that no, make your videos 8 to 10 minutes long, so that people can view your content for longer and you can put more than 1 ad on your video.
It's 2023 right now. She's speaking about longer videos and watch time. I think now, because it's a different era, it's 2023.
Yes.
They've added something called YouTube Shorts.
Yes.
What does that have anything to do with what you've just said?
So obviously the platform that we are on has competition from China, TikTok.
Reels, TikTok,
Reels,
stories.
short form content. Like people, I feel like post-COVID, like attention span, I don't know. Like people no longer watch beauty videos, like makeup tutorials for too long. People just want to get to the gist of the story. So short form content is now taking over. So in order for YouTube to compete in that space, they have now introduced shorts. So I use shorts. If I have a story that's 8 minutes long, I'll capture a certain part that's juicy and put it on shorts.
Old.
Yeah, like NOTA saying, when I was 2 years old, Hitler was my favorite person. And then people are like, what? And I'm like, watch the long video on my long form. Yes. Okay. So yeah.
And how would you use social media to complement your YouTube?
I've found that
Well, I know YouTube is also part of social media.
Yes, but
the
I've
rest of the other
found,
platforms.
obviously, once you put your video on YouTube, you need to promote your video on your other social media platforms to direct traffic to where you make your most money. So I know I make my income from YouTube. So I'll use my Instagram to attract traffic. I'll use Facebook to attract traffic, you know.
WhatsApp stories.
WhatsApp stories and YouTube ngiyithanda because on your analytics it will tell you ukuthi, how many percent come from Google search, how many percent come from Instagram, how many percent comes from this. So now you know how to promote yourself on your other social media platforms. And also with having a YouTube channel, you can also get to work with brands maybe on Instagram. So it
Okay.
also helps you monetize on more than one platform.
So which platform would you say, or which other social media platform directs the most traffic to your YouTube page currently?
I found that Facebook
Facebook,
has
same
the
here.
most active users. Like Facebook is the mother.
Abokoko bethu.
It's the mother
Abokoko.
of traffic. Facebook. Like you will Nicole, social media. Yes.
Commissioner's
I'm not, listen, it's because every time I'm supposed to meet Sims, I tell her that, yo, Yazi William Nicole.
Yeah.
So man, she's like, she's like jabbing at me. Like, seriously, guys,
Hey.
if you know William Nicole, like, seriously, it's
traffic
the
is
mother
insane. Yes.
of traffic, guys.
But Tengiso one of the most
He's
more
small
fire
street
Johannesburg.
same model.
Serious, more
It's
fighting
small
with
street
William
same
Nicole,
model.
like, yeah,
I'm
serious.
telling you, even if someone sells more fire, William Nicole.
Yeah.
I'm sure he profits.
No, they do.
I swear.
They do. At every single, like, I think they on the corner of Uranium now. From the corner of Uranium, the corner of
Leslie.
Fourways Boulevard, all the way up until
All the way up to next to
Leslie.
the freeway.
Yeah.
So Sloan,
yes.
Leslie, all those corners are covered. Mofire is covered in all those corners. So if you don't have time to get into the garage, or if you fill up fuel the night before, like I do, you know what I mean? Then you know that you're getting whatever you're getting.
For real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
no,
yeah,
cool.
I've seen Facebook work
My
in
next
that
question
sense.
would be, what is Adsense, or what do you have to do for YouTube? I know you spoke about a 4,000 cumulative watch hours.
Yes.
And you spoke about a minimum of 1,000 views. Oh, sorry, subscribers. A
Yes.
minimum of 1,000 subscribers. But they can't just pay you in jail having registered with an email address. Like,
Yeah,
what is
yeah.
what they call AdSense?
AdSense. So now you've got your 1,000 hours and your
4,000 hours.
You've got your 1,000 subscribers and your 4,000 hours of watch time, ne? Then you go and you register on AdSense to become a paid partner on YouTube. So YouTube needs to verify that, number one, you are an actual person and you are creating your original content. You can't take Sbu's podcast and repost it as your own. That doesn't qualify you to be a paid partner on YouTube. There has to be some originality to your content. So if you are going to talk about a podcast, Sbu, like you need to put your own voice and maybe review it other than repost it. So taking an episode of a soapy and putting it on YouTube, it doesn't qualify you to become a paid partner. So you have to have your own original content. Then YouTube now needs to verify, AdSense needs to verify your address. So there's a pin that they send you after you register on AdSense. They will send you a pin. It usually takes like 2 months at most to verify that you are an actual person, Vele, and you are a paid partner. Then they'll send you a pin. Then that pin, you'll put it in with your banking details. And then that's how you get a paid partner. And when you become a paid partner, it means you need to adhere to all the guidelines on YouTube, which are becoming stricter by the day. So yeah. And the AdSense is not just limited to YouTube. You can be a blogger, write a blog, and you can be part of AdSense. So
Okay.
AdSense is just the monetization board, I can say, a regulator of some sort for online content creators.
To make
Yeah.
ads. So even
To
on
make
Google
ads,
AdSense.
if you didn't get your money this month, something happened. So they are like that regulator for us.
I think they've monopolized that space. So tell us, Iweave or Iwig Yako, the hoops, whatever you're wearing, is this all YouTube money?
This is where sponsors and brands come into play.
Okay.
Yeah, like a business will come to me, Sims, I see you have 80-something thousand subscribers. Can I give you...
Yeah, 80-something thousand.
Yeah, 85,000
Big working.
and counting. It's been a journey.
You got 1,000 times 85.
Yeah.
Guys, let's take it to 100,000 right
Please.
Okay, no, but you were saying.
Yeah, so then a brand will approach you like, Sims, can I please advertise my business on your platform? Can I send you maybe hair? Can I send you earrings? Can I send you clothes so that you can maybe like give me a shout out, you know? So that's how now you see, on top of the YouTube money, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna charge you this much to advertise your business on my platform. So you also open other revenue streams for yourself using your platform, because numbers like really play a huge part of Ugu's promoter and attracting sponsors and brands.
And let's talk about like other YouTube pages. Like right now, we're asking the Hustlers Corners subscribers to also subscribe to your page. How do you help other smaller channels get more subscribers? Do you charge them? Do you do like collaborations? Do you have like shout out videos, or
Yes.
like how does that work?
So that is what I do. If you watch my videos, you'd see that at the beginning of most of my videos, I would give shout outs to smaller content creators or a content creator that's about to get to 1,000 subscribers. Like, let's get this person monetized. Let's put traffic to their channel. So I do channel shout outs.
And
Yes,
do you
on my
charge for
channel.
those?
Yes, I do, unfortunately, because
No,
I've
that's not
seen, no,
unfortunate.
that's why.
Unfortunate, it's
Can
good.
I not say, like, I can take like I used to, being exploiter. It's my time, it's my Wi-Fi, it's my data. So I always like used to feel quite good. How am I charging someone for wanting to advertise their channel on my platform? Because I know the work that goes behind. But I've seen Guti guba busy, guba hectic, and somehow nyas exploiter. So to manage that traffic, sengiyenza business. Because
Okay.
yeah.
And so, how much do you charge if not less than 3,500 per video?
Then it means I was undercharging. Yes, I only do it for 250.
Ah,
I swear.
so cheap.
I do. Guys, don't forget
Well
these.
done, though.
Most of these people like are just trying to get them their channels like
But you've
noticed.
also grown as well now.
Yeah.
So you
I
charge.
started from 100 rand. Only now, like this year, I started charging only this year 250. I went from 100 rand to 150 to 180 to 200. Canning you go 250. Nakona it's just to yining tengi Wi-Fi ninje. But in my heart, I want to do it for free. But to limit traffic ne nyaga nyaga. That's why I.
Can I give you a
Listen,
challenge?
Don't explain why you're charging.
Okay.
Yeah,
You
Can I-
have to be.
No more
charged.
explain. I'm charging.
Can I give you a
3,000.
challenge? Yes, when you get to 100,000, can you please charge 3,000 up, please, for a shout out?
But ngivalela abanye abantwana
But
ngaphandle.
there are other smaller creators that you've already helped to get to
Yes.
monetization. Says let them take those smaller shout outs so that you're not closing them out from taking shout outs. Because can I tell you something? If you
Yeah.
are undercharging, right,
Yes.
what you're doing is that you're stopping the up and coming guys who are now monetizable
Yes.
from also charging for the same
Okay.
thing. So everyone's gonna say, but no, why would I go to a guy who's got 4,000
Yeah,
subscribers?
when I can go to me.
SIMZ who's got over 85,000 subscribers. Now when you're-
Yesterday's price is not today's price, guys.
price.
You understand what I'm
Mabani nekili 1 series today ki 7 series.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Even if it's a minimum of at least 1,005. Yeah.
Mamela uzwana bosibude we ba nemali ngaka. Is a minimum of
No, yazi
1,000,
ngenzela-
man.
Exactly what Nota is saying, so that laba bana followers
Yeah.
bakhona ukucharge ama 2 clip, 3 clip, 5 clip.
All right.
Yeah,
It means
sibavulele
the weaves
nabo.
are now gonna get longer, guys. Just understand.
Inches, 32 inches up.
Up.
And
You
then
understand?
how I was
So
going
now it's making me think about the you guys are gonna swear at me for what I charge businesses.
no,
Gene.
we don't
I'm
swear
really
at you.
undercharging myself.
How much are you charging businesses, companies? How much do you charge City? What is Kings of Joburg? Netflix. How much do you charge Netflix? Because they spend at
Wow,
least
do they
minimum.
advertise on a platform?
No, they didn't. But I did
Okay.
for free, Yaban.
You went to their red carpet. I mean, I only saw that there was Kings of Joburg
Yes.
because I actually watched the red
Do
carpet.
you know
I didn't
that
see
I
it
went
anywhere
it
else.
on my own accord?
With your own money.
And my own money and
you-
my own camera.
You did your own makeup
The
that
whole thing,
morning.
you understand?
And where did you learn how to do your makeup? Did you teach yourself?
I didn't.
You learned on
Someone
YouTube,
did. I
right?
paid someone to do my makeup for me.
Okay.
You understand?
Imagine.
So the investment that you're
It's
making.
investing. I don't think about these things. You see,
So, like, as we're learning, all of us, we're teaching each other.
I'm
how to
clearly
open up
learning like the
space.
business side. Nami, I feel like I'm
Yeah.
really undercharging. My rate card is changing tomorrow.
Rate card. I like that word. What is
Yeah.
a rate card?
A rate card is like a CV, a content creator. Now, this is the work that you do, a post maybe on Instagram. Yeah, Shuguti, I charge this much. So this is me, Simkiwe. I have 85,000 subscribers. I have 14 million views on YouTube. 92% of my audience is in South Africa. From this age, I have 80% of my viewers is women between the ages of 18 to 25. You see, you're selling your market and your demographics for companies. Maybe
You need
I've
demographic
had-
as you need
a
demographic.
demographic is the people that are viewing you. Where are they from? What age are they? What race are they? You know, the
Okay.
market they are in. so that maybe a pad company is going to approach me. I'm looking to advertise to women, or you seem to have 80% women on your channel. Can I advertise my pads on your channel? So that your rate card, you break down all those stats, and then you say, I charge this much for this post, I charge this much for a video. That's your rate card. I've worked with these people before, and yeah, the more you work with other companies, the higher the price goes, Anditi.
How much was your first check on YouTube?
My first check on YouTube was, I think, 8,000 rand.
Unamanga.
Yeah.
True.
But
Futhengeni.
I started in 2017, and that check came in 2019 because of the come up, the build up. So it was,
8,000. And what did you
8,000.
spend it on?
I threw my mother-in-law a surprise party, guys.
that's dope.
And did you
Yeah.
make content out of that?
I did.
So did you basically trying to ask, did you reinvest back into your channel with that money?
Yeah, always.
And how
I
does it
did.
help you to reinvest back into your channel? Like, do you get higher views, or do you get better engagement when you've got better quality looking videos, or when you clearer
Yeah.
sound? Tell us more.
You become clear. The picture is clearer. The scatla. People can hear the news more better. The comments that say, your camera, your lighting, CCI, asikboni. Those things, I need to, now you have better equipment. Like now we used to use 1080p. Now we are on 4K. So now you are able to use better equipment.
And what I
And
wanted-
also for your, in the aesthetic, Konama brands are like, okay, I see your
Being
quality.
aesthetic.
Aesthetic. Yabona setup yethu njani, aesthetically pleasing to the eye.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, your
okay.
setup.
What's in Jani?
Yeah,
Okay.
yes.
Decor.
Yo,
Sibizi decor.
it's eco, yes.
Yeah.
My following question to your first check was going to be, because I want people to get an understanding as to, we don't get a lot of money on YouTube, but if you're a hard worker and you put
Yeah.
in content all the time,
Yo,
every day,
yeah.
consistently, it will get to a point where at least it's giving you some decent
Yeah.
amount of money to make a living.
My niche is insane. Like people, yabona entertainment, news space, commentary niches. If you're posting one video a day, you are playing. We don't even take you serious. Like you
Who's
end
we?
up, Tina, your colleagues
space.
in the
How
How
commentary.
many are there of you now?
You
Like,
should have
money?
maybe like at least mina manje, because now I've built my name. I can do one video a day. People still complain like, you did this story. What about this? We used to do 6, 7 videos a day.
Sure.
In a week, I'd have 12 videos.
Sure.
There's a channel called The Tea World. Ndibuti has 20
Ndibu-
videos.
Ndibu does a great
Ndibuti, shout out my friend. She
There's
does
another one,
20 videos a day.
Frequency or something. I don't know whose platform is that. Oh,
No frequency. Is that not Lasizwe?
It starts like that. No, you no frequency. No, I think they took that thing.
Oh, the from Mulasis.
that's
Yeah,
how they
so
start their
like Tina,
channel.
like Mina, my niche is like 4 videos a day.
Dope.
So in a week, because that's what we do. Because Tina, our niche doesn't pay much. I need Tina, my niche patala according to the space you're in. Finance and tech pay
Finance and
lots
tech,
of money.
So they always say with finance and tech, you don't even have to have millions of views.
Not even.
With just average amount of
Not
views,
even.
you can get paid a little bit more. And they would say that they base it on something called RPM and CPM.
Yes,
What is
CPM.
that? What is
Costs per minute, right?
Yeah, it cost per mile, CPM, RPM rate per mile. So
Nice.
let me just compare my videos Wami. So let's there's a video that I did on YouTube last December. It was sitting on 120,000 views, right? Just that video. I only made 3,000 rand from just that video.
Only?
You know why? It was a training story, and every other channel was talking about it, ne? And then comes a Nicolette Mashile who does finance content, ne? She only needs to do a video and maybe 20,000 views or 10,000 views, ne? To make about 10,000 rands from just that video. Or comes a NOTA that's gonna review a latest iPhone. They only need about 10,000 views, 8,000 views. I mean, it's if you're in 100,000, it's on 3,000 rands. Then when you review a cell phone on your channel, you know why? Angithi YouTube yenza advertise. So advertising companies are going to come to YouTube and then YouTube's going to say, okay, see, today we've got 5 videos. We've got Sbu doing finance. We've got Nota doing tech. We've got Mang doing fitness in. The big companies that pay the big bucks are going to go with the bigger content. To them, bigger content is finance because, you know, people that watch financial content, yes, their views are most likely to turn into a sale. You understand? Whereas mina ukhalele nje ukuzwa istory indaba.
So it's about lead
You're not
generation
buying anything. Yes.
and the quality of the lead generation.
Yes.
Okay.
And
So you can make when a 20,000 rand off of me a video that's gonna mean I'm gonna need 500,000 views to make 20,000 rand. You probably need 40,000 views to make 20,000 rands. Yes.
And what I wanted to ask before I hand it back to Nota is how does then, apart from you when you started your channel, registering it that way, how does YouTube know what type of content do you do for them to pay you more?
I need to YouTube, there's this thing called algorithm.
Thank you.
Right? And then you tag yourself according to the video you've done. That's why when you watch a video, you'll see hashtag beauty, hashtag hair installation, podcast. So the algorithm picks up on those words to know how to class you.
So, for instance, on any call at Mashile, they pick up finance. They
Finance,
pick up
yes,
investing,
exactly.
saving. They pick up crypto. They pick up trading and Forex. So they can see those words. This is a finance
And also,
platform.
if you have an American audience
obviously
in South Africa, they pay more.
So the thing is annotations as well. So as you're speaking, Google, if you are English language, they'll see the words that you're using within your videos. They've got AI that does that. I want to talk about your time. So you say you shoot 6 videos. Right now we're shooting long form content. So we're taking you away from the videos that you're shooting. How much money are you losing by shooting this content with us right now?
I can say, because of my space, maybe 4 grand, 5 grand.
Right now, that you've sacrificed just to sit with us.
Yeah, because in an hour, I mean, I can shoot 10 videos in an hour because my videos are like 8 minutes long. Yeah, upload. So all those videos are gonna make me money. So now it's an hour that I'm not filming for my own channel.
So basically, you're saying that an hour of your time costs 4,000 rands.
I'd like to think.
Where's this going? No, that's what I'm saying. It's like an hour of your time costs 4,000 rand. So hopefully you'll be able to get more than 4,000 rands worth of value from the people that are now going to start watching your channel, start watching more of the content. So this is not a complete waste of time, you know, because I think...
yeah, that's why it's for me now. To me, this is like a masterclass for me now also, like for finance, because YouTube is my passion. I do YouTube more time. I'm not looking at the money per se, but now you guys are like teaching me how to put myself and place myself as a businesswoman. I was undercharging myself this whole time. If I didn't get this opportunity to be here on this couch, I wouldn't know all these things. So some knowledge you can't you can't exchange for Rimal. So to me, this is worth more than 4,000 rands.
Yeah, and then maybe also what you can do, instead of just Monday, so change my price. Maybe start preparing them and say, guys, when we reach 100,000 subscribers, the price is going to be this much. Yeah. And you know that's going to take you another few weeks or a few months. Yeah. But at least they know
I'll be
from
planning.
100,000 subscribers, this is how much she's going to start charging.
I love it.
Yeah, no, I love it.
Another question that I wanted to ask was, what is the most check you've received from YouTube? Where you were like, yo.
Guys,
and what video made you that check?
Mihlali, I thank you, my sweetie. There was a month I was talking about Mihlali. Skatla in, skatla out. Mihlali, when she called herself Mihlali Hot Topic in the Mathe. Skatla in, I was hitting about 50,000 views. Yafi, it's like 32,000. I first made 20,000 rands, and I thought like that was the biggest check I'd ever received on YouTube. I was losing my mind over 20,000 rands. I thought I was gonna buy a flat, an apartment, a car, a garage. I thought I was gonna open 4 businesses. Like I was losing my mind, and then I got 32,000 rands. That was my highest pay from YouTube so far.
Now let's break that down because somebody else might just listen to what we've just said and be like, oh, okay, that's why about Cloud Chaser. Explain it. What type of videos were you doing on Mihlali and how did it make you that amount of money? Just let's be clear so people get the right information.
Okay, and I wasn't just talking about Mihlali one, so don't like, no. It was like that whole time she was trending on Twitter, you know, she had gotten into a relationship with Leroy and the way Leroy ended his previous relationship. So it was a hot topic at the time. And yeah, I've seen with my content, I've separated myself in my niche by talking about influencers because I've seen that influencers are the new age celebrities. So I get more views when I talk about influencer. So I think that month, a lot of influencers were just wilding out.
Influencers, not influenza.
Influencers were wilding out. So it was story upon story upon story. I used to do like 2-3 videos a day. Yes.
So you can build a sustainable career being a YouTuber.
You can.
That's why you get a lot of American kids say, my career is, I'm just a YouTuber.
That's me.
That's why you can get a Mensa Main moving from America to South Africa.
Just by being a YouTuber. Like, right? I stopped working.
And he lives in Cape Town, which is expensive rent.
Can you imagine? So, I stopped working in 2019
Hold on, you stopped
December.
as in you quit your job.
No, yeah, I was let go from my job during COVID. Like
Okay.
before COVID came in, 2019 was the end of my contract. Didn't renew it. So I needed like a job, and we had just moved a back room, Owamie. So there was one income coming in only. You understand? To sustain the whole family. Ngapha you in debt, and I was pregnant, a baby's coming. So I was like, let me turn this hobby into like a full-time thing and see where it takes me. So I started being consistent. One thing about YouTube, you need to be consistent.
Consistency.
Yeah, but no,
key.
consistency will take you from the back door to the front door to a gold chair. So you just need to be very consistent.
And how is your life now because of what you've been
Ke phela bophelo bo bo makatsa.
I want to ask you, where do you get the energy and the charisma? Like, who are your homies? Who are your friends? Like, because when I watch your channel, for me, like, it's not even about the story. It's just the way
The
you present it.
personality,
It's like, my goodness, like, you are such an effervescent personality. You're a barocca. You understand what I'm saying?
Not the phela mina, sometimes the English and I'm tending.
Oh, yes, barocca. Like,
Oh, the barocca that.
yeah, effervescent.
Oh, no,
yeah,
it's about barocca,
bubbly.
guys.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
don't. I know. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like something I need to take in the morning just to, you know what I mean? Like,
Uyangifuna-
fresh out the
uyangifuna-
bed, you know,
uyangifuna-
into my Jordan 3s, you know?
uyangifuna na.
I'm just saying, it's just like I
Oh,
love
you
watching the
just
content.
say.
It's like my daily
Ah.
bread, the morning content, you know, and the way you bring that energy like all the time. I feel like when I'm down in the morning and I
Yeah.
wake up and I'm like, damn it, William Nickel traffic, and I watch your video, and then I'm like, why would I be down? Like, she keeps this energy and she's consistent all the time. So I just want to know, like, who did you hang out with? Like, who are your
Yes.
friends at school? What school did you go to? What environment
Nix
built this
5
person?
pence, like Nix 5 pence. Who have you ever heard of NOTA talk about someone else other than himself like this?
It's beautiful.
This
He's
is a
growing.
moment, ne?
But I like the fact that
This is a
he's
moment.
growing.
Thank you.
He's becoming incredible.
Until I'm
But
like,
it's because you,
shut it down.
it's because you are amazing.
Load shedding,
Thank
please.
you.
Waza.
Wow, NOTA. I received nyabonga.
Yes, thank you.
I feel like I was in like ngumntana sefoslo, and I'm just influenced by like my surroundings, how I grew up. Like my aunts would like sneak out of the house, and when they come back
Oh.
from the party, they would tell us like the story about the party. We would feel like we were
A
there
White House,
at the party.
a spread view.
You understand? So mababuya baxoxa, man, like bebaxoxa ngathi I'm there with them. So now that's how I want you to feel when you're watching my videos. Like you were there at Mihlali's house, but we don't even know Mihlali's perfume, but we are all there in her house. So I want you to feel like you are a part of me. Yeah, and then Nkule, single mom, she had 5 kids. So humility ekaya is a thing. You
How
don't
many
greet the
boys, how
neighbors,
many
you're getting
girls?
a clap. It's 4 girls and 1 boy. I'm the firstborn.
Girl. And firstborn of
Firstborn,
all the
period.
children.
Yeah.
Okay, and your other sisters, like, what is your engagement? Like, what do you guys chat about growing up? Do you guys chat about TV shows? Do you guys
All
do
the
the dance
time.
routines that you see on
Yes,
MTV? Tell us about
yes.
that.
I feel like we are like a Kasi version of the Kardashians because it's been 4 girls and my brother's right at the end.
He's the Rob.
We fight over clothes. We fight over TV. We fight Gutmilwana Tline.
But come on,
Today
Will and
Kekabani.
Grace was on SABC3. Why are you fighting for the channels on TV?
Because if ngapha kuhlala yizo omunye ufuna ubuyela Will and Grace, omunye ufuna ubuyela
Sex and the City.
gospel. Hayi bebangayivumisi isekisi ekhaya.
Okay.
Yo. Abayivumi isekisi ekhaya.
Okay.
I'm so
Okay.
proud of you, Sims, and thank you so much for sharing your YouTube journey and your YouTube knowledge.
Yeah.
It's only the beginning. You're hardly on 80-something thousand subscribers, which is a huge milestone. I can only imagine the day you reach 1 million subscribers on YouTube.
4 bodyguards, 2 bulletproof cars. Don't talk to me. Talk to my lawyer. What's good?
You know what I'm saying?
Take these cameras away from me.
You did say that when you leave, you're going to drop the mic. I'm going to continue with Nota
Yes.
on the social media. And I also would like to know how Nota built himself in this space. I would like to know his vision for the future.
When are you going to watch it at home, ne?
Of course I am.
Yeah, because we
But
can't
before you
afford the
go-
4,000.
Before you go, I want to know, what is your goal with building your YouTube channel? Sometimes other people might do entertainment in the beginning,
Yeah.
but you find that their ultimate goal when they reach 1 million subscribers, maybe they'd like to, it's like you've seen with other people who start social media platforms, but twerker. And then nini umuntu okhona 100,000 subscribers.
Yes.
Say clean social media, yeah.
When
you know.
Sekayenzi, get ready with
You
me.
know. So where are you taking
Girl
this?
twerk.
Where are you taking
Girl
this
twerk.
thing? Why are you taking this thing?
Like botweka. So yachinja. So with me, I just want to have a more elevated version of my storytelling, like I miss the days of Poseli Matunzi when it was that
Shout out to
time.
Joe Kowera.
When Vuzu was that era.
Baby Joe.
You understand? So I want to just elevate my channel to be that, like,
Shout out to Pilisa,
sorry,
BD.
to be lifestyle, like ibe lifestyle, giving you stories, going to the celebrities, interviewing them, going to where they are. Uspuwa saphume Pick and Pay City ewena Petit Love Brown kwenzakalani.
No, irafetch, girl. Irafetch. You want to be regular.
Yeah.
You understand?
So,
Whole wheat, low GI.
just bring the paparazzi culture to SA, man.
Yeah, because I've seen people like about Mr. Beast. I mean, if you check how much money he made just last year alone, just by being a YouTuber.
Dude.
What I love is that he's also now transformed into giving back.
Yes.
So a lot of the money that he makes out of YouTube, he makes millions of dollars every year. Just last year alone, I think he made over $50 million. That's almost $1 billion rands that he gives back to people. He will buy everybody cars.
Oh,
he
man.
will. Just last month, what Mr. Beast did was he got together with some optometrist specialists, some of the best in the world, and he gave sight to I don't know how many people.
1,000
more than
people.
20.
Amazing.
No, 1,000 people cured their blindness.
Yeah.
It's done. But there's more that are going to
Wow.
still be treated.
Do you know what I mean? Those are
They
some
were
of the things that
blind.
he does. He buys people cars. He buys people houses. You know, so he's giving back with a lot of the money he makes out of YouTube. Yeah.
He's not
Nami,
just
I'd
into
love
him.
to have like Nkashabantu, like even I'm an employee because I am the camera woman, I'm the producer, I'm the director, I'm the editor, I'm the script writer. So I'd love to like give some of those roles to abantu ngibabhadale, you know.
And the more money you make, the more you'll be able to afford to do that.
The
So
more
let's-
I'm going to Santon and the more I don't talk to anyone else.
Understand? You're going to be there at Leonardo.
Hey, yeah, Buti Kani.
Where?
I'm coming.
On which floor?
But now I don't have a mandla, I'm telling you.
No, but which floor on the Leonardo? Because Siaz Abo Maporisa, they're on the
Kinyaka
42nd floor.
penthouse.
So, the 54.
All the way to the
on
last
the 54th
button.
floor.
Yebo.
You understand? Bona
Elena,
mapiliti.
yebo. Sita makunya ne Snook Fisher penthouse. Yebo.
Thank you so much. We love you. And I'm humbled to meet you, SIMZ.
Suffering.
Yeah, I'm so humbled to meet you and congratulations with your successful journey
Thank you
on
so
YouTube.
much.
We're going to remind you of this video 5 years from now when you reach 500,000 subscribers or when you reach 1 million subscribers. You remember, you were still on 80,000.
Uzongithola efonini ngoba ngizobe nginama assistant ayi-14. Uzongithola na iwari yami.
So, to many email, girl, don't worry.
Yo.
So, to many emails, so apply.
This is wrong. Yo. That's how, Bafe. Yeah.
Thank you for sharing us.
Ngiyabonga guys on having me on the Hustlers Corner. You're doing amazing.
Siyabonga.
I see you on this channel on the busy. You don't gatekeep YouTube now.
I'm learning from you though.
No,
I'm learning
I'm
from
a
you.
teacher. So
Yes.
master classes are coming. Thank you, Nota.
No,
you know
no
me and you're
problem.
always offline. Ankere.
Yeah, sure.
So Nota put it on this episode, and I like that. I like people who are selfless enough to bring. It's not like he's putting it on. She's got almost.
I've been
100,000
on.
subscribers. She's on.
Yeah,
but,
she's on.
But the fact that she brings it to this platform and she introduces her to me.
No, I was actually introducing her to Soweto. That's why, because she's just moved to Soweto recently. So
Yeah.
I showed her where it was Stella, where the Inyama Yentlogo is,
Yeah.
Soweto, you know, just introducing her to Ikaslam Makasi.
I miss the East End though. I don't wanna lie. So it's about to drive on 2 guys. No 2 but it's happy. DJ acting music like happy. Whereas the East End 4, 5, 6.
trend ekuruleni.
Ekuruleni 4, 5, 6 uze yazi uzwele isono ujive uze kube buhlungu enhlizweni yakho, you know.
No,
But other than that, yeah.
Soweto, so silandela umthetho ngo 2 a.m. That's the liquor limit for selling liquor. Iyanekhaya.
Jwang
Or at least ask the
Bazoseva
venue,
abo
ask the
Buddha's
venue
food.
then to allow you to still party, right? But sell only more fire and water after 2 a.m. Because otherwise, amahata mawafika azon bopanonke. That's the thing.
Look, this was my moment to leave. Mic drop. Boom.
And I know you've got other commitments. Uhambe kahle, siyabonga.
Sharp. Bye.
Nota, we're coming to you now.
Yeah.
I want to know, when did you see the growth of this internet thing, and when did you start your social media journey?
Okay, so I started my social media journey as a social media manager. It was still in high school. What I would do is I would promote events. And one of the first events or real big events that I promoted was De Elias's album launch. This was on the 20th of June, 2008. You played at that party. You were the first name. DJ Monde, the late, great, also played there. Thibaut Touch found out about the party because you were there, and then when you were done with your set, he came to the entrance and said, "Yo, I've got my CDs in the car right now. Give me a slot and a set." And we did that all on social media because we were inspired by Soulja Boy. So Soulja Boy started his music career on YouTube, right? And back in the day, YouTube wasn't that big, but there was another social media platform called MySpace. And what happened on MySpace is that you could embed your YouTube videos on your MySpace page. So everyone who had a MySpace page would then embed their YouTube videos. And when he dropped Crank That, it blew up. And this wasn't the music that was playing on radio or on traditional media. So you wouldn't even see Soulja Boy's music videos on MTV back then, So it was just a MySpace thing. And we thought, okay, fine. There's a whole entire audience in South Africa that loves this music, that loves this crunk and crank that. Let us actually host parties for them. And Josie had also released Motherland Crud, I think, in 2006. So the crunk thing was blowing up. And we didn't have, the resources to get flyers printed for our events, to put up banners on the road and everything else like you guys were doing back in your era. So we used social media and Facebook. Basically, we knew how to do JavaScript coding. So we'd create these JavaScripts and we'd put them on Facebook, and it would automatically then click and invite everyone in your friends group. And we also use that to promote our Facebook pages. There was a limit of 5,000 friends. So all of us had 5,000 friends, my friends and I, in high school. We used the JavaScript to invite all 5,000 of our friends to each event. So you see our event, it's got like, 20,000 people invited. When people see that there's 20,000 people invited and they look at the lineup, okay, DJ Tshabalala, Siamaz from YFM, the LES, Siamazi from HOZ, and then there's these other new young up and coming hip hop DJs, and the styling of the flyers look like what they've seen on MySpace when Soulja Boy is performing in the States. So that young crowd then started coming to the parties. Like I told you, one of the parties that we did, we charged 100 Rand. We had 2,000 people there and we made 200,000 Rand. Well, 187,000 Rands to be exact, but it's almost 200,000 Rands. And just imagine, you're a kid in high school and just by inviting all your friends on Facebook, you are able to make hundreds of thousands of Rands. And after that event, Thibaut Touch then invited us to Rhyme and Reason, his show on Metro FM, and gave us a platform. That platform then led to us then being able to open up events companies. And then from the events company space, I started booking a whole lot of artists, which then got me to work with the record labels. When I got to those record labels, what I'd sell them is my social media marketing services. So I've been a social media manager for, Ishmael from Josie, Motherland. I've done Bada Bing Entertainment. So, I ran the Facebook pages of Slicker, Sugar Smacks. Also did the social media marketing for Ventilation.coza, which is now living a new life as Slicker on Life, Questa as well. I was handling his personal social media, and when I then got the opportunity to work with him as a record label and started my own record company, social media was how we marketed that music. And Twitter became the new, default promotional social media tool for hip hop artists. Hip hop artists are all about bars and raps and catchy things. And if you say something that is in a rhyme, people are more inclined to believe it. So that's why the hip hop artists started getting more people following them and started trending a lot more in South Africa, because we'd say things in rhymes, we'd write bars, we'd write some of our lyrics, and that would get a whole lot of retweets. And one of the biggest artists to actually take on that social media platform was AKA. And by the time AKA blew up on Twitter, he changed Twitter in South Africa. And SA Hip Hop then benefited from that. He started a beef with Casper Nyovest on Twitter as well. That's where people followed that beef. And everything that we were doing was spoken about on social media. And we're using social media to direct traffic to either our music pages, to our events, to our shows. So I'm a social media native. I've been there working on social media since 2006 now. How many years is this? Is almost what
17
18
years
years
now,
Yeah, it's almost 18 years.
I've been online for quite some time, and I want to give a big shout out to a young man who was coming from the UK, from South Africa, but he studied in the UK and stayed there for a couple of years. He came to TS Records and he said, "I'm inspired by you guys. I love your music. I love your artists. I think I can add value in this company. I don't want to get paid out of it, but if you guys see the value in me as time goes, you guys will see what to do with me. I think you guys deserve to have a website where people can come in and check out your artists.
I know what you're talking
I
about.
think you guys need to have some social media handles. At the time, there was no Instagram. At the time, there was no Twitter even. There was just Facebook.
Yeah, it started in 2007, Twitter.
So shout outs to Trevor Madondo, is now Trevor Zungu. He came through his company called Floa Media. And then he said, I want to work with you guys. And we started working with him. At the time, Sis Nhlanhla Nciza from Mafikizolo was obviously under our label TS Records, and we're promoting her solo career. Trevor would go with Sis Nhlanhla. She had this big tour bus. Trevor would double up sometimes as a road manager, but he was always on his laptop helping out with Nhlanhla on Facebook. Yeah, okay. And then he set up our www.tsrecords.co.za. We used to work with Katlego at the time, Abu Sanele, Abu Zexi.
Katlego, Green Robots.
Yeah. We had Abu, may soul rest in peace, Brown Dash was still alive. We were working Abu Mzegezege, Abu Ntando. We went on to work with Abu Pro, but before that era, it was just the last days of a South African social media platform called Mixit. Remember Mixit?
Yeah, right? I remember it. We were on that when I was in high school.
Yeah, at some point it was sold to the son of the CEO of Vodacom at the time, Mr. Alan Not Craig.
Scott Not Craig.
Alan Not Craig Jr. He used to own a company called Mixit. Mixit was very big in high schools, and because I was somebody who used to go to high schools, doing my sort of education foundation work in high schools, giving talks, motivational talks, feeding scheme programs, giving out bursaries, working with the Eguruleni municipality. We were so big on Mixit because we used to see how many students were on Mixit. So between Mixit and Facebook, Trevor Madondo was the guy. Trevor Zungu was the guy who really put us on. And as Twitter came, as Instagram started getting introduced, Trevor would immediately just evolve us. Grootman, open this here, open that here. Grootman, now we're going to open your djsmoo.com. We opened djsmoo.com. At some point, djsmoo.com. I mean, those are the days when I used to win the Sunday Times coolest brand, the most Google brand in the country. DJs, this is all before Mofire, right? I used to win all of those coolest brands. I used to win Best Dressed, GQ Best Dressed Man, etc. So there was a lot of content to share with the audience. And then
you also used to win summers because you had voting campaigns.
Yeah. Got a lot
and you hosted the summers, I think, 2 years in a row.
No, once. I think it's Kabelo hosted twice.
No, he hosted 3 times.
And Trevor Noah.
Trevor Noah hosted twice and you hosted once. Okay.
I hosted once. I also hosted the Channel O Awards. But I just saw this social media thing. I saw the numbers. I saw the rapid rate at which it was growing. I saw that a lot of people were not in it. Forget even TikTok. Guys, TikTok into your manj. TikTok just started just now before lockdowns. I'm talking about back in the day. This is just World Cup time, just after World Cup coming to about 2012, 2013, 2014, 2015. Twitter is growing. There was a relationship that was built by Thibaut Touch and Fistas Mixwell. They used to have a movement called
Touch Mixwell.
Touch Mixwell, yes. They were doing their thing. They were gigging everywhere. I was doing my thing as DJ Smooth. We used to partner with Kalawa every time when there was summer awards. We used to do like the pre-parties in Sun City.
At the Shabin.
Yeah, you remember the Shabin?
Yeah,
you remember? We used to throw all of those parties.
I was there at the Sun City Hotel sleeping on Mr. Selvin's couch.
Like, oh, man.
Pastor Selvin's couch.
Oh, those days, man. I just saw this thing grow. And then when I started getting numbers and Trevor would show me the analytics behind the scenes of Elon, djsmoo.com, djsmoo.co.za, how well it was performing. For 2 years in a row, it was the most, I was the most Googled personality in South Africa at some point. And also the website djsmoo.co.za at the time was the most visited website in the country with a number of hits that we were getting. And, I sit now, and I remember earlier on I was saying to SIMZ, my YouTube is not even on 100,000 subscribers. I remember the millions of views that through our music videos back in the day we used to do and we used to make. And I regret, and I'm sure there's a whole lot of others out there who regret not having taken the YouTube seriously. If I took YouTube seriously back then, and I focus on growing my YouTube, I have no doubt my personal YouTube alone would definitely be on over 3 million subscribers, or if not 5 million
But
subscribers.
okay, I'd like to disagree with you there, because we didn't have that many people that are using YouTube. We didn't have that many people that are watching that content right then. Right at the time that you started, YouTube wasn't that big in South Africa, and you must also understand that data penetration is something that's new to us. 4G is something that's new to us. Not many people had phones that have 4G. So now people are able to consume things because we've got fiber, we've got Wi-Fi, we've got high-speed internet. I mean, I was the first mover in my neighborhood to have 128 kilobytes internet. This is in 1997, right? My mom made sure that we had the fastest internet, and my mom worked at Eskom. So when we were at Eskom, they already had super fast internet inside the offices at Megawatt Park in Sunninghill on Maxwell Drive. So I knew what super fast internet could do. Not everybody had access to that super fast internet. It's only something that's now becoming a thing. Also, mobile internet. That mobile internet revolution took off more in South Africa than anywhere else in the world. So people watch videos and watch online content more on mobile. We are mobile first when it comes to our internet usage in this country, whereas in other countries or more developed countries, there were more ADSL and now fiber and all these other things. So I don't want you to feel too bad about yourself not focusing on YouTube. It was very difficult. It was much easier for you to focus on platforms like Facebook, where it's about text content. I write my status, I post pictures, which are not videos as well, which are low data, it doesn't need that much data, and people can then engage, comment, and even now there's even got Facebook free mode, where people don't see pictures, but they're able to engage with you. And that's why you're seeing so many referrals of your content on YouTube coming from your Facebook. So I don't want you to be too hard on yourself, and I don't want people to be too hard on themselves, because the space is growing. Our consumers are growing. I mean, soon we're going to have at least a gigabyte of data a day as a human right, as a basic human right, as a utility, and that's going to also increase the consumption on the internet. So, I mean, yes, maybe you weren't able to have that many people on your DJ Smoo page, but right now your brand, the amount of videos that are shared, the amount of shorts that are shared, the amount of viewers that watch your content on TikTok that cuts down, it means that your subscribers on your own personal page are really irrelevant now, because there's so many other places where people can contact your brand online. That means that your reach at the end of the day is massive, like Massive Metro.
And I appreciate that.
Yeah.
And I think also for me, it was an emphasis to say to people, a lot of us start YouTube, we take a break from it, we push again, and then we go on and off, But I was just trying to emphasize the point of consistency. The more consistent you are, the quicker it grows, the faster it grows, the consistent it grows. Even I've seen it with this platform, The Hustler's Corner. We started it in 2019, just a few months after MacGyver. And actually, MacGyver will tell you, we're having some. MacGyver stood me up. Actually, we were studying when he was studying a podcast and chill. There was a meeting where we were gonna chat because we were gonna study together. He stood me up. Then he stood me up twice.
Yeah.
I was like, you know. And then I was busy anyway with Massive Metro. You know? I was busy with Massive Metro, and let's say maybe a little bit under a year after he had started, I started the Hustler's Corner.
But he interviewed you.
On the beginning days.
Yeah, he interviewed you. You did that first interview, and you said, "No, I'm still working on that plan." After it stood you up,
and I knew that it was going to succeid. That thing of his, a platform, but I just did not know how much in him he had it to be consistent to grow that thing. And even with Hustler's Corner, we started. I think it was towards the end of October 2019. I would probably do one episode a month. Sometimes I do one episode in 2 months. 2 years later, let me see, 2019, 2020. Yeah, for 2 years. It took me 2 years, as she was saying, to get to 20,000 subscribers. And this is me as DJ Smooth. So I like what you're saying, with people mustn't be too hard on themselves. So imagine you, like nobody knows you, you're putting out videos online, you're not even a DJ Smooth or anybody that maybe you can say you're out there and you've got a fan base that's following you. Yes, it's going to be difficult in the beginning. it took me 2 years, maybe because I was not consistent, but it took us 2 years to get the Hustlers Corner onto 20,000 subscribers. This time last year at the beginning of 2021, it was only at 20, I think it was on 30,000 subscribers. So between the beginning of 2021
You've
and
added
now, which is
150,000.
sorry, the beginning of no, not even 2021.
2022.
Between the beginning of 2022 and 2023, just a year, we grew
150,000
150,000 subscribers.
Yeah.
Yeah, in 1 year. Just like MacG. MacG just now, a year and a half ago, he was only celebrating his 100,000 subscribers.
I was there. For his
Just a
100,000.
year, just 18 months or 20 months ago, he was.
Well,
only,
it was in April 2021 that he celebrated
Imagine
100,000.
from April 2021 to April 2023, which is 2 years, he's moved from 100,000 subscribers to almost a million. So that's what she means, Usis Sims, when she says, guys, it's a lot of hard work in the beginning. Don't give up. Put in the consistent work nonstop. Sometimes you're going to get like 7 views. Sometimes you're going to think this is such a dope video or whatever. You put it up and it doesn't get any traction. Like, just don't stop. Just don't stop. And this is only YouTube we're speaking about here, the entire episode. We have not even touched on Facebook. We have not even touched on monetizing TikTok. We have not, and we'll touch on those later. But on this platform, YouTube, it does take a while to start. Find that niche of yours. Be consistent with your videos. Make a little bit of money, reinvest into the platform, get better cameras, get better lighting, fix your aesthetics, as she was talking about, and be consistent on it. At some point, there'll just be that, they call it what? Is it a tipping point?
Yeah.
Where there's just that,
Yeah, exactly.
and it just takes off.
Yeah, you break that levy. So how many episodes have you shot today?
Today we've done about 4, I think.
So 4. And you're going to shoot another one, I think?
Yeah, I'm shooting 2 more over there.
So you're DJing
I'm
and
mixing now.
And also I think there's some artists here.
Upstairs, the guys are busy. But me, I'm a content beast. Like, I'm
So are
always
you
working.
thinking, I mean, if they've got an hour, if they've done their verses, do you think you can maybe shoot like 7?
Of course, yeah, they can come down, they can sit down.
You know what I
let's
mean?
chat,
So,
you
okay,
know?
let's look at that. Okay, fine. You're looking at 7 episodes that you're doing in a day. And in this week, you've been working the whole entire... I mean, I was with you. Yesterday, I had to take a break because, I mean, I don't have your work rate.
Day before you and I shot 2 episodes, just the both of us.
Yeah, but you'd already shot 2 episodes before I came.
Before you
so
came,
that was 4 episodes that you done in that day.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So that work rate as well is phenomenal. And this is long form content. None of those episodes are less than an hour.
Yeah.
You know, or 8 minutes or 10 minutes long. So that's long form content. That takes a lot of work, and that's the consistency and that's the work rate that you need so that, you know, you can then take a break for maybe 2 months and go tour in the United States as a DJ, and still your content is coming up, or you still have an archive of content that you've shot in the past that Metro, so that when something like the passing of Tibbs comes about, you can give people context. You know, you can contextualize his career with a long form interview that then reintroduces people who did not know who Tibbs was. Now that they're hearing of his passing, you've got that content in your library. And you're currently building up a new library. I mean, this is a library. This content works for you even when you're not shooting. You know what I mean? It works for you. There are people that are watching some of the previous content that we've done. The last couple of episodes that we've done have all done in excess of 100,000 views. You know, that we've done. Those are Monday episodes, and it's just the support, and people are supporting the consistency that we're showing. So people, don't be discouraged, and don't think that even people who seem like they're already successful on YouTube are sleeping. No, this is a competitive space. We are all competing. And at the rate at which we are competing, if you are still thinking too much about, okay, what am I going to talk about, and you're not creating, you're going to get left behind. Start now.
Thank you.
With whatever you've got. Start with whatever you've got, whether you've got a P90, P10, doesn't matter. Mobicel. Dude, if you just can only shoot sound and you have to put a picture there, start with that. You know what I mean? Start with something and fail forward. Fail fast, learn fast, learn, make mistakes early. The earlier you make those mistakes, the earlier you can correct them, and the earlier you can build the confidence that it takes to be more consistent.
A lot of people today, they say, NOTA, wherever it goes, it gets numbers and all that. I want you guys to know, for every video that we are doing now with NOTA, there is no video that doesn't get less than 100,000 views right now. But I want you guys to know that it didn't start there. I'm trying to go all the way back to our first sit down with me and NOTA. I think it was almost 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Maybe it's only 100,000 views now, which is almost 2 years later. But I want to tell you guys how much it's sitting at, so that you must know. The NOTA was not the, here it is, over a year ago. It's only at 80,000 views now. And that is over a year ago. But this that we're shooting now, definitely in 7 days, in a week, it's on 100,000 views. So I want people to know, you also we didn't just get numbers. We've been working at it, and 100,000 views at some point is going to become 200,000 views. 200,000 views a week at some point is going to get, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's because of consistency. And it didn't just happen. We didn't just get numbers like that. As I was just showing you guys an example, would see a video we shot almost 2 years ago, it's only just reached 80,000 views with me and NOTA. But right now, when I sit down with NOTA, we do that number in less than a week.
Yeah, exactly. So also, just to encourage people, I mean, I've gone to many channels that don't even have 4,000 hours of watch time. And I sit down there, give them the content because I know that it will bring numbers. We do a 2-hour, a 3-hour sit down, and all of a sudden these people are able to monetize their channels. Because of that long form content and the number of views that it gains, all of a sudden they're able to get over the mark of 1,000 subscribers. And that investment that I've had in some of these new creators also encourages them to be more consistent. So the work that I've been doing is just about going out there and saying, I see you, I recognize you, I know that you're starting, be consistent. I'm going to invest my time in you so that you've got something to live up to. Listen, I need to be consistent because someone who came to my channel made sure that I have an audience, brought his audience to my channel. And now I've seen that, okay, after I've done an episode with NOTA, the other episodes, have got less viewers. But if I'm more consistent, now that I've got that audience and I'm able to monetize with it, I will be able to then grow my audience. I'll be able to then grow my credibility. And those people who are already succeeding within the YouTube space, I'd like to encourage them to go out there and grow this space, because the rising tide raises all boats. All of us are benefiting from the greater viewership. All of us are benefiting from the greater broadband penetration. All of us are benefiting from, the better Wi-Fi. Not Wi-Fi, 5G signal now, because if people have got 5G, they can watch it in higher quality, they can watch your video in 4K, they can watch it in double time on their phone, and therefore they can watch even more content. You can take a 1 hour podcast and listen to it in 30 minutes, on your way to work if it takes 30 minutes to get to work, or you can listen to it in one taxi trip, so that you're not going from taxi to taxi, pausing, commuting, having to pull out your phone, estrateni, and be at risk and stuff like that. You can actually listen to this content. When you get to a Wi-Fi place, you can download content on YouTube. You can download this episode right now at your Wi-Fi, wherever you're watching it and you've got Wi-Fi. Download this episode right now. If you don't have the time to watch it on your mobile, just so you can save your mobile data, and you can also allow yourself to watch more content. You download all these episodes. You go to work 5 days a week. On the weekend, you've got an entire DSTV bouquet of content. You don't need to pay for DSTV. You're getting proper content on your YouTube that you've downloaded, and even during load shedding, as long as your phone is charged and you've got the content downloaded, you can watch it.
2 points from me now before I hand it back to you. The first point is none of us are competing. If you're coming into this platform with the mindset of thinking you must get bigger views than the next person, one is doing better than the more of us there are on the internet, the better. And the more of us, so some of you guys who've got YouTube platforms, you do know the behind the scenes analytics, how the algorithms work. It also shows you the people who watch your content, these are also some other channels that they watch. These are also some other types of videos that they watch. It doesn't mean that when somebody is subscribed to the Hustler's Corner, they've been taken away. They can't subscribe to you. No, that's what I'm saying.
It's not television.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. We're not competing. A lot of our content consumers are chillers. And a lot of our content consumers
Or slimes.
When Penyo started his show.
Or Nasty C fans. Or
people
AKA
that,
fans.
you know what I
Or
mean?
Casper
You know what I
fans.
mean? You find that person follows 20 South African YouTube paid platforms. And he's giving us all subscriptions, that one person. So we're not competing. And then the second point that I'm going to make, it'll be probably my second last point, because I'll hand it back to NOTA and then we'll wrap it up. But it's, don't fall into the trap of thinking that for you to start a podcast or a YouTube platform, you always need celebrities. Or don't fall into the trap of thinking you always need famous people or people with a big following. Sometimes, I mean, I know with my brother Vusi Tembugwayo, for instance, Vusi Tembugwayo does videos of by himself. He sometimes puts in his speaking engagements or whenever he's teaching, when he's doing his master classes, he takes those videos, he puts them up online. He does not need anyone to get views. He can literally just do videos all by himself and get views and grow a platform just like what SIMZ has done. Sometimes you don't need anyone to grow your own platform. You can literally take out your phone and just change your life by recording daily videos nonstop consistently for a long period of time of 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years. That can change your life where you can end up even becoming a millionaire just out of YouTube. I have no doubt that MacGyver, if he is not already a millionaire, he's going to become a multi-millionaire through that podcast over time. Why? Because he's been consistent all these years. And then lastly, I want to say, find a friend whom you, even if it's a guys, like you guys watch the co-founder all over TikTok, YouTube.
You watch Alostro.
You know, South Africa, what I love about it, was so rich with culture. There's people that speak all sorts of different languages. You can even grab anybody, even Ekaslako. You don't even have to be at a fancy studio. Just put out, and I've seen a lot of you guys have started online. Just put cameras and just speak. Have an environment where you're not going to be disappointed by people that you invite, or you're not going to have your platform dependent on you having other people. No. As long as you know this is long-term sustainable, do that. If it's just you by yourself on camera, do that. If it's you and your little brother or you and your older sister, just the two of you, because you know she'll always be your sister, she'll always be around, do that. Mina, I opted to be with Penuel. I opted to be with NOTA because there's people that I know, they live around my space. We're in the same industry. We share similar thoughts, similar likes on a lot of things. And there's a lot of things that I can learn from them. And there's a lot of things that I think they can also learn from me. And it's people that I know they're a phone call away. I can always just be with them here, as opposed to having a platform that is always dependent on celebrities. Sometimes they're not around. Sometimes they let you down. Sometimes they can't come. So don't fall into the trap of having your platform dependent on other people. You can't just create a platform where you're just by yourself behind an on-drop and you are slick talk and you're just speaking to the phone. I'm not saying you must go out there and put out content that
you don't have to talk slick, but you know, you don't have to be toxic. You know,
rapper,
but that's the thing. It's about being believable. So you know, when you rhyme, you know, people get it in time. So.
My man, you must give us an album. This has been a dope episode.
Yeah, I've given a lot of albums that I produced, that I songwrite on. Me as a performer, myself, I feel like, you know, it's not my thing. I hate being behind a microphone, actually recording. You know, but I love contributing to that process. I love actually watching other people do it. You know what I mean? I love seeing them in the creative space, and then I just contribute by saying, okay, you see that word that you put there, maybe if you put it like this, maybe I'm passionate about that. You know what I mean? And that's what drives me. So I don't need to be behind the mic and doing the rapping and recording myself, but I've given myself a space where I can speak about the latest music that I'm listening to. I mean, last week we were speaking about Uskindi Ndi, or a couple of weeks ago, I can't remember. But I saw him sharing a video of us speaking about his new track, Eteksini, you know, and that being shared everywhere, you know. So these shout outs that we're able to give are actually beneficial. And back in the day, when DJ Spoo said a track was hot, it was hot. Back in the day, when DJ Fresh said a track was hot, it was hot. We don't have that power in radio anymore. That power comes from YouTube now, where we are now the taste makers for the new kids. So, I mean, I'm finding myself just going into studios, listening to what's hot, what the young kids are doing, what Abo Uncle Vinny are doing, what Abo Yams are doing, what Abo PC are doing, what Abo, you know, Major Steez are doing, what Abo Roy are doing. I was in studio with Roy, and he also made a track with the Yams and Uncle Vinny.
Shout out to 25K, shout out to Tato Soul.
You know, all of these cats.
All of these cats.
Yeah, you know, I mean, I first heard myself.
Shout out to Season 19. Quantum Sound, imagine
I got introduced to Tato Soul by him rapping about me in a track. You know what I mean? Someone sent a clip of, yo, this guy shouted, I'd never met him. I still haven't met him. But just that meant that, okay, fine, I understand. Okay, this is where my role should be. This is where I could curate a space for myself online, you know what I mean, and also contribute to the music that I love and getting it out there and promoting that music, you know. So I'm enjoying that space, and I don't want to be competing with all these great rappers, all these great linguists, all these great Kasi artists that are bringing Kasi culture to us viscerally through the music that they're creating. So I'm comfortable with this space. You know, this platform has become a new home for me, and we're doing some amazing work, and I'm seeing the impact of that work every time I go out into the streets and I meet people. You know, I'm encouraged by how they are, you know, coming to terms with the fact that things have changed, and we're no longer looking at these traditional media platforms that co-sign us. We are now able to co-sign ourselves, and the partnership that we forged ourselves also allows us to shed light on a whole lot of great creatives, a whole lot of great content creators. I mean, today we had SIMZ. We're going to have a whole lot more people that we're going to collaborate with. But I guess just to conclude, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for always supporting. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for pressing the like. Thank you for taking clips and putting them out of context on TikTok. It's fine. Sometimes they can make us seem crazy, but it redirects people to our content and gets them to reacting. And I saw a whole lot of articles of you, Teti Sabantu, telling them to listen to Maskandi. And this,
Mass Country.
yeah, Maskandi, and like there's 5,000 likes. 1,000 comments, you know, and in those comments, a lot of people are saying, you know, what Sbu is doing is not really bad. He's just encouraging people to support their own, and we need to support our own. And thank you for being a beacon for all of us.
Thank you, bro. The amount of love or whatever it is that we show to any of us that passes on will be the same energy they'll show to you. So you must know that any one of us that passes, or any one of us who lives this world, it's how I'm also going to be treated. It's how people are also going to, you know, be bidding me farewell when I'm out of here. You know, so when AKA leaves us and I'm encouraging people to listen to his album, it's because I do know that also when I'm gone, those streams contribute in feeding my child. Those streams contribute in us feeding Cairo. That's why I was encouraging all of y'all to go and stream Mass Country. Thank you so much. This has been a YouTube Beginners Masterclass. We're going to focus on TikTok at some point. We're going to get some people who are doing well on Facebook to come and show us how to monetize that. We'll do one on all social media. We'll also do one on other platforms, but we're going to try and find as many people as possible who know about all these different social media platforms and how to monetize them to come here and teach us and share knowledge with you guys. Thank you very much for watching.
Peace out. Love you.
Peace.